it's Heartbeat!
Yes, it's Artbeat. And today we'll be learning how to draw DreamWorks' bestest and most loyal friend of all, Toothless.
You ready for this?
Now we're gonna do Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon. Toothless is such a cool dragon, and he's a lot of fun to draw. First, we're gonna start with a kind of a squishy box for his face. And then I'm gonna draw a line. This is where I know where his nose goes, which tells me where the center of his face is. Now I'm gonna come in and do some eyes. Toothless's eyes are kind of like almonds. Eyebrows here, and then I'm gonna draw this little triangle here, which tells me where his nostrils are gonna go. I'm gonna draw a long line here. And for his pupils are basically rectangles. We'll start with his ear things, which are these large curves. I'm gonna draw a line off of this back edge, and then another line near his nostrils. And then between the ears, he's got these two horns. And then coming off of each of his cheeks, he has these, look like they're kind of like an axolotl. I'm gonna take my marker now, and I'm gonna come back in, draw my final line on all these lines that I drew. And when you do his pupils, one thing I always like to do is draw a little circle up in one of the corners of both eyes. One of the amazing things about Toothless, and I think one of the reasons why people love him so much, is that he's even though he never talks, his personality is so clear. He has all these human traits mixed up with all these animal characteristics. He's like a little bit your best friend, but also a little bit your dog and a little bit your cat. How much fun would that be to get to ride, to fly on something the way that Hiccup gets to fly on Toothless? Final detail, along his forehead right here, he's got a series of spikes that go back towards his horns. All right, now I've done my line drawing, or done my line, and now I can color him in. In this case, I'm gonna shade in mostly with black, but then I'm gonna leave some space along the right side of all of his shapes. And I'm gonna come back in and I'm gonna draw some blue in that area. One thing that's hard about drawing is there's always somebody better than you. So it's easy to always feel like, oh, I'm not good enough, or that other person is better, but you can always get better. It's something that you can grow in just through working hard and through practicing and through studying. It's amazing to be able to just create things out of nothing. Toothless is such a goofball. I think particularly in the third movie when he first sees the Light Fury, he's so funny, like when he's trying to do his silly dance to impress her. As we're drawing these characters and thinking about their different expressions and things, like if you ever see an animator and they're drawing an angry character, the animator's probably gonna be sitting there like curled up, like with their face scrunched up, because they're trying to feel what their muscles feel like in their head as they're drawing that character. So it's really important, if you're trying to draw something, that you try to imagine how that emotion feels, or how that character feels in that moment. Like before, don't forget to sign your drawing. I forgot to color his eyes. And his eyes are kind of a yellow-greenish color. So I'm gonna start with yellow. I'm gonna come in with some green and do that around the edges. Makes his eyes look really unique and interesting. And there you go. It's Toothless.
Nice job, guys.